Self-reported. Received some of your notes.
I feel like I called my father, you know, because he probably know you would have done it on the service.
Yeah.
The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Washington Huskies, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Noles will kick it away to start us off. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Off-play action on first down. Gets rid of it. Makes the grab. It's Evans. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
Man, listen, you get zone coverage and you can get that curl route and he comes open continually, keep hitting it. This might be a play to come back to.
of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Washington Huskies, taking on one of the top teams in this conference, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, as we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Washington Huskies, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the Florida State Seminoles. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Washington will kick off as this one gets started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Let's take a second here to talk about Florida State. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating the loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
They'll move the wide receiver. Quick release on the RPO. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. Grabbed behind the line, it's Robinson. Oh, he's got some space. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down.
They're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
To the air, it's Castellanos. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Off the bootleg to buy a little space. He'll pull it down and run. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, it's a nice positive play on the bootleg going to the right there, and a really good decision that time by the quarterback, too, because he's supposed to throw that down the field, but as soon as he turned around, he saw that there was just open space, green grass. Put your foot in the ground, use your athletic ability, and go get positive yards. Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
42 Spider. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Gonna take a shot. He caught it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles.
I love the aggressive nature of the play calling there. In the opening drive of the game, you have an opportunity on 4th down, obviously, to just kick a field goal, take the lead early, establish some momentum. Instead, they get aggressive. They go for it, and not just get it, they score a touchdown.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Williams looking for a man. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Finds his man. It's Coleman. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there. Let's talk for just a second about Washington. Every team needs those big dudes up front, and man, they got a mauler from the high school recruiting ranks. Big 4-star D-lineman. David, what's his adjustment going to be like?
Well, you see the excitement from the fan base and the reaction. It's all over the place, and you understand why. Because just being able to have that size at that position, play the defensive line, is so important for these college teams. They'll fit right in.
Chop, they're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stops.
That's a 3rd down the offense simply had to have there. You're obviously trailing early in this game. You're trying to generate some momentum. So 3rd down, defense is playing zone. You just got to find the soft spot in coverage, make it easy on your quarterback. Those two guys able to link up.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. So 1st down didn't exactly go according to plan. Let's see what they can dial up on 2nd down.
Reese, I got him right where I want. Okay, I'm going to throw the football. Now I can get back in shotgun. Let's forget the running game stuff. We're going to play a little pitch and catch and see how good that secondary is.
And the Huskies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Williams will pass. Buys a little extra time. Makes the grab. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down.
That's a really good-looking throw right there, and that was a tight spiral, too. You guys remember the great Washington Husky quarterback, Warren Moon? I don't think anybody threw a more pretty ball than Warren Moon did. Tightest spiral I've ever seen. That right there reminded me of old number 1.
The Huskies are marching down the field. Tight end now in motion. The give to the tailback. There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on 1st down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get 1st downs like that run right there.
And the Huskies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Going for it all. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over from the moment the ball left his hand.
This crowd, full throat, spinning the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. Cover guys do their job, and they get him stopped at the 22-yard line. Snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying to seal the edge on the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Handoff from the gun. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. The play action fake. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And the ball slipped out. That is a serendipitous turn of events with the fumble going out of bounds. They'll maintain possession.
And the ball goes out of bounds, thankfully, for your offense that you didn't turn it over. And now it's decision time. Do we want to punt the football or do we want to go for it? Analytics, of course, I think says go for it every single time. I don't necessarily agree with that, but at least you didn't turn the football over there.
He gets a block. Touchdown, Huskies. The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make a miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Man, you just can't put a price on having a guy like that back there to return punts, and he turned that one into a touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's out of bounds at the 25-yard line, gets it right back to the touchback position, and the offense will take over. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running behind that left side. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Hand off from the shotgun. Got the first down. Looking for more. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time, Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Caught behind the line. It's Pittman. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. It's almost incomprehensible to think the Noles failed to break 17 points 10 times a season ago. That's a year after being prolific, Jesse. So what are the keys to regaining some form?
Now, Reese, I think it's the quarterback position. I think this team was spoiled in a lot of ways when they had Jordan Travis, and they obviously had so much NFL talent.
Turning it on! What a run! Gets it inside the 40 and out of bounds at the 36.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Looking downfield, it's Castellanos. He'll take a deep shot here. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
And they pick up just 1. It'll be 3rd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys in a coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. Oh, and he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like, the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, they're trying to get that run play going to the outside, but it's the defensive end who does a great job winning his one-on-one and forcing the negative play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Williams looking for a man. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on 3rd down at the dope. He's looking downfield to throw. Got it behind the line. It's Coleman. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and soda.
Is on its way. Catches it at the 15. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. To the air, it's Castellanos. Makes the catch, it's White. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quarterback extends the play. The throw. That's caught. It's White. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. To the air on 1st down. He tries to take the top off. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Takes it the other way. Bulldozes his way through. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Williams will pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
And you want consistency from your quarterback, man. You don't want the up and down. You don't want the roller coaster. And last week, man, you had the highs of highs. And now this week, just off. He's all over the place. He's not completing the ball at a high percentage. And you just want to find some middle ground and some consistency so this offense can find out exactly who they are and build it consistent.
To the air on 2nd down. Here comes the heat. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
You can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate. That's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Gets it away, solid distance, but more importantly, trying to keep it away from that return man. we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Fires to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you can see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason. You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can...
He's going for it all. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you...
He's going to let it go. He's got it down the left. Turning on the jet. Touchdown, Florida State. Once he got some room, it was over.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they get it done with a big play, a 76-yarder for the score. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Looking for room, it's Coleman. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. And the Seminoles will line up to kick off and start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. In play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Trying to set the tone with the run. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. With the catch, it's Coleman. And they're able to make the tackle.
This is exactly why this guy is your keeper. He does such a great job of buying time, has such great speed, just stresses the defense. What do you want to do? You want to blitz me? Sure, I'm going to scramble outside the pocket, complete the pass. He's just posing so many problems and so many headaches.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Williams looking for a man. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations.
And he muffs it, a loose football. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty.
On the set.
caught in the backfield. It's White. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
He'll go out of bounds inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39.
I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Give to the running back. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. Everything will have to be clean from 55 yards away. The official says no good, and the margin remains at 7 after the miss.
That keeps the score. Florida State 14, Washington 7.
First play of the drive comes from the 38. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Williams will pass. Right down the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Really nice looking pass there. You think about all the great Washington quarterbacks, right? Warren Moon, the Heward brothers, Mark Brunell, Jake Browning. The greatest quarterback name in college football history, Sonny Six Killer. That guy was throwing seeds at the University of Washington. This dude right here putting on his best Sonny Six Killer impersonation.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got a man, it's Boston. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The Huskies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll send the back in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Unloads it left. He's got an open man. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. It's complete to the right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. And the Seminoles will hustle to the line. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just saw.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Snatches it on the right. Here he goes. Touchdown, no! And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half.
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under and make a big play for it.
Yeah, and when I'm the receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field. Throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. For space, it's Coleman. Breaks into the open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Williams looking for a man. This one's complete. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Washington coming to the line with another 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass. But you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up the sack.
And the Huskies now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Back to pass. They've got the screen set up. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. The Huskies are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. They make the tackle, but not before he finishes off this third period with a big play. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Gets the back moving. Williams will pass. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
The Noles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Scrambling away. He'll try to do it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
They're just trying to sneak the back out to the right side there, but great job tackling on defense against a guy who's hard to bring down once he has the ball in his hand.
The Seminoles are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Tackle is made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down.
At the 22.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
Started from their own 45-yard line. Motion from the wideout. Little touch pass to the receiver. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the edge.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it. The big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Williams looking for a man. Got the quick pass. He's got enough, and it'll be a first down for Washington.
I'll tell you, QBs and receivers, they practice these out routes all. Long, and you've got to anticipate. You've got to be comfortable throwing it before he gets out of his break, and they executed it perfectly right there to pick up that first.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Gonna run it. It's Coleman. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and This offense has to find a way to run the football. And they got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be...
Oh, he's got some space. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Second down, they'll go to the air. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Williams will pass. Unloads to the wideout. Working that left side. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be first and goal.
Well, this guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Timing has got to be so critical when you're trying to throw the ball down close like that. They didn't have great timing on that one.
These fans raising the volume on second and goal. He'll do it himself on the draw. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Here's the heat. Big guy smells it. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Down in the final period in a tight game, and they will go for it on fourth and goal. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. And this could prove to be the biggest play of the game. They'll go for it on fourth and goal. Williams looking for a man. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies.
Man, great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Illinois is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Jeff George should never be counted out of any game. They're trailing by 10 to Maryland. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, we'll see it right here.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll run the toss. Got a little space. Fights off the defender. There he goes. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And if this offense can keep that going, put together these first downs, like, listen, I love that he stepped out of bounds. I can continue to let that clock stay still, not be in a hurry, put some first downs together, march down the field, because we got to get some points on this drive.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the first down.
You know, the defense doesn't have an answer for this slot guy right now. They may want to think about bracketing him, having a defender play to the outside and to the inside. Probably some sort of zone coverage where you're trying to get two bodies, forcing the quarterback to have to go somewhere else with the ball.
He'll pull it on the read. Creates a little room. Steps out at the 34-yard line. Big pickup on that one in this offense within striking distance.
And if I'm this defense, man, number 1, 2, and 3 is stopping this quarterback, and he's done it by air and now by land. Like running the option, having success. We got to get dialed in. He is the playmaker on this offense. I got to go stop him.
Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Snags it. Touchdown Seminoles. They've got the lead here in the fourth.
What a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. He's taking the deep shot. Makes the grab down the left side. Hits the crease. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Washington.
And it's decision time now because you score the touchdown, you're down 1 late. Do you want to just kick an extra point and tie it up, hope for overtime? Or do you go for 2? Do you get aggressive? Do you trust your quarterback, if he has to throw it here, to find an open player and give you the lead, even though there is still going to be some time left on the clock?
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver comes in motion. Caught in the backfield, it's White. Turning it on. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there.
This quarterback has been really good today. Has been on top of it, seeing things really, really well. That pass right there put him over the 300-yard mark. That's a pretty good day.
Good timing on the quick out. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or 2. Nice job, nice success.
Flushed out of the pocket. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his man, it's White.
And you see on that play the confidence that he has in that playmaker on the perimeter of the field. He's already had a couple catches in this game. It seems like he's always open. And right there, nice job fitting that football into a small space, and great awareness by the receiver and getting his feet down in bounds.
The Seminoles come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Bully ball on 3rd and short. Once again, finding nowhere to against this defense as he's knocked down immediately.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Punt is in the air. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Williams will pass. Rush is on him. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And obviously that wasn't a great play for this offense, but the defense did their job. They flushed him outside the pocket. But nothing worse than getting tackling in bounds or throwing it for a 4-yard gain, letting that clock tick. Nice job throwing it away, saving as much time as you can.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? After the incompletion, they go back up top. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spot, like make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football game?
A cacophony of noise, debilitating surround sound, the war chant on third down at the dope. Pulls and fired complete. Breaks into the open. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
Washington coming to the line with another first down. Looking to throw on first down. It's caught. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. Timeout is called with just a single second left. And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He will have to unleash a howitzer to try to win the game from here. And that is no good. And in the final quarter of regulation, we remain tied. Comes our first play of overtime. Quarterback may change this route. Try to get it to the edge. Oh, he's got some space. Got some room in it to the goal line. Touchdown, Florida State. And they score first here in overtime.
Man, you talk about striking first and creating some momentum in overtime. The first play, you take it to the house and you flip the whole game and put all the pressure on the other sideline. Palmer, that's how you start an OT.
Yeah, David, that's just 11 guys on offense locked in. First play, score a touchdown, put all the pressure on your opponent. They understand what it's going to take to win this football game.
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime, and just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possession starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Williams looking for a man. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a frustrating couple plays for this offense. Like, you got the ball in great field position. You are set up to succeed, and two straight incompletions. A big third down coming to see if they can maximize this drive.
4 down territory in overtime, and they need to pick up a third and long here. Touch pass on the run. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
That's a great job executing up front by the defense. They looked like they were ready for that play, and that was a bit of a more unconventional look from the offense on third down, but the defense was there to make a big stop.
They're going to try to convert on fourth down to put the pressure on the other team when they get their turn. Needs it to keep this drive alive. He is stopped short. A huge play on fourth down in overtime to win the game. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're